Hi everyone. In this video we're going to be discussing how to sign your grant agreement once it has been prepared by the Recreation Grant staff. So at this point in the progression of your award, you've received a notice that you received an award for your project, and in that notice it indicated that within the next few weeks you would be receiving an email about signing your grant agreement. So again, what we'll cover today is what to do when that happens. So the first thing that will happen is you're going to get an email similar to this one. Now this comes from our test system, but what's going to happen is it's going to say a grant agreement for you, in this case this is our sponsor, um, for your application, which is a description of the application that's been scored in this case, has been prepared, signed by TPWD, is now ready for signature. And it's going to give you some instructions, which is what will link to this video. And this will indicate to you that you can go into the system and progress with your grant agreement. So when that happens, what you'll do is you'll come to the Argo 2020 system and you'll log in. Now you'll need to log in as a sponsor administrator. So if that's not the account that you have, your sponsor administrator will be the person who can actually provide the grant agreement in the system. That doesn't mean that the sponsor administrator has to actually sign the grant agreement. This is just where they're going to obtain it and then be able to take the document and have it signed by the authorized entity. So what we'll do is we'll log in to the Argo 2020 system, and this is the test system, so there won't be opportunities available necessarily. But what you're looking for in this case is the area that says My Tasks, and you're going to go ahead and open the task area, and you'll see that one of your submissions, and you may have multiple submissions in here, but what you're looking for is the one that has the status that says Agreement Sponsor Signatures Required. Chances are you only have this one, but just some sponsors submit multiple grant applications for multiple programs. So what you're looking for in this case is whichever program that you've applied for and been awarded. In this example, it's a co-op award. Uh, and and the status that says Agreement Sponsor Signatures Required. If both those two things are true, then you can click a link here and this will take you to the Forms menu for this submission. What you'll see here is you'll see all of the items that were in your original application. You'll also see the pre-award elements form, which you've already provided your documentation for at this point. And then you'll see this link that says Agreement Signatures. What you want to do is click the Agreement Signatures link, okay? And there are a few parts to this form. All right, the first part, which is really handy, is this button that says Link to Agreement PDF. Now what this is this is the primary part of your grant agreement, and you'll see when you click that, it downloads, right? And when you click on this link, this is the core of your grant agreement, right? This is going to have our project number for you. It's going to have the scope of your project. It's going to have special conditions, who our project managers are, who your project managers are, and so on and so forth, including the amount of the award and all the way down here, okay? Now you'll notice this section that says Attachments Incorporated by Reference. If you pop back over to your grant agreement page, that's going to be this area, okay? Now, this is going to be different for every program. In this case, there are 4 attachments. One is the budget summary for your project. One is, in this case, the program guidance. One is an agreement, and then this is an assurance. So depending on which program you're signing an agreement for, some of these need to be downloaded and signed and returned with your grant agreement, but you should download all of them. So in order to do that, simply click the link next to the description here, or the upload here, and you'll see this is the Assurances for State Funded Awards. This has a signature component. This may be something that you have to return with your grant agreement. And this will look different. Again, this is the test system, but what you'll want to do is you'll want to be sure that you have effectively downloaded all of these items, right? And just remember, when you click on an item and it comes up in a window, you can simply click this button here to actually download the item if you need to and save it. But this will depend on what kind of item it is. So in this case, it's a PDF. My browser is set to open PDFs in a window, but if I want to download them, I have to click the download link. Some of you will simply click the PDF link and it will download anyway. So once we have downloaded our grant agreement and all of the attachments, right? You see the area here that says sponsor. right? So what you'll do is you'll simply take all of the attachments that you've downloaded, including the core grant agreement and the additional attachments. You will sign what's required to sign, and you'll scan all of those items together as one PDF. Now, if you don't have to sign the item, there's no need to scan and return it. You just want to scan and return items that need to be signed. If you have any questions about which ones require signature, which ones should be scanned and returned, then go ahead and contact our office. Just send us an email at rec.grants@tpwd.texas.gov, or you can call the program staff that are listed on our website relative to which program you've applied for. But once you have signed your grant agreement, so in this case I'm going to pretend like I have downloaded all of these items and I have taken them to the areas that needed to sign them, and I have scanned that all of those files together as one document. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll choose wherever that is. In this case, I've got a signed grant agreement here, right? All right, and I'll simply click Save. Once I've done that, you'll notice that there is a link to the grant agreement here, okay? And at that point, I have a couple of options. If I think to myself, oh no, I've done this incorrectly, no problem. I'll just click this button again, and I'll choose the actual correct file, right? So let's say I inadvertently uploaded 33, but I wanted to upload 35. I'll just click there and I'll click Save, and this 33 should change to 35 after it changes. It did. This is the new document. So when I have uploaded the correct version of the grant agreement and all of the required signed attachments scanned and uploaded as one PDF, I'll simply go up here to Status Changes and I'll click Agreement Signatures Review, Apply Status. What that will do is it will progress your document to us in Recreation Grants, and we'll review it and make sure that everything that's been signed and returned is accurate. If it is not, we will status change it back to this stage for you so that you can come back to this form and upload the correct version of your grant agreement. And if it is, you'll receive a notice when your award moves into the active project stage. So that is how you sign and return your grant agreement in the Argo 2020 system. And as always, if you have any questions about this video, if you need any guidance while you're attempting to sign your grant agreement, you can always give our office a call or send us an email at rec.grants@tpwd.texas.gov.